Hey, 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 you guys. Happy last day of the month. Woohoo! The last day of the month, for those who don't know, is a big deal when you're promoting. Typically, you will work for months consistently in one direction and then promote, whether it's to Ruby, to Emerald, to Diamond. All of the work that you're doing now is taking you in a direction. And I want to share with you a bit about what happens the last week of the month, and then we're going to go to you guys, and this is going to be an open call where we're talking to those who have promoted, we're talking to those who are rallying for volume this last week, and get feedback from you guys. But my name's Denise. If you don't know me, welcome. I've been a distributor for about 12 years. And have promoted up the chain. My Spots Ambassador, Brandon's Spots Ambassador, our 2.0 is ranked triple diamond, which is our third spot, and just re-ranked as double diamond this month, which we're so excited about. And our eyes are going to ambassador with that one too. And so we know what promoting is like, and it's an adrenaline rush, and it's crazy, and it's fun, and it's tearful, and it's exciting, and it's crazy because you go through these roller coaster of emotions that go, oh my gosh, we're going to do it. Oh my gosh, we're not going to do it. Oh my gosh, is it going to happen? So if you're even now, the last day of the month, wondering if you're going to promote and having this roller coaster of emotions, just know that that's a part of the game. If you're sitting here going, I've never had those emotions before, then that just means that your job right now is to stay consistent in the effort. And when you get pretty close, I say get the people in place and then rally for volume, you'll start to have these moments too. And it's really fun. So reach out to your team when you do, and we'll all work to support you. But at the end of the day, what you'll find in promotion season is that most of the time you're a few thousand BV from your position, like from your goal. And it never happens on accident, just so you know. Never. It always happens on purpose with intention. It's like we make these promotions happen, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not just like, oh, look at that, I'm diamond, I didn't even notice. Like, no. You get the people in place, and then you work strategically with the rubies to make sure and really teach everybody to gather that volume and go for it. So you're always going to feel, most of the time, I don't want to say always, you're a lot of the times going to wonder if it's going to happen, and you're going to freak yourself out the last few days, but you're going to decide, you're going to go for it, you're going to dig down deep, you're going to work hard, and you're going to flip in the freaking system. So there's a few people on the call that I know promoted today or yesterday, and we're going to chat with them about what they did to dig down deep and rally for volume this last week. And then we'll open it up to anybody who's got some thoughts on this. So Christy, I know you're in the car. I see you here. And Christy, you guys, Christy, I know, Christy. Okay, Christy, my friends, just went diamond for the first freaking time. She has been so close several times, and this time it was like, not only was she close, but she had people on her team who were just as excited about the promotion as she was. So Bonnie went Emerald, Leslie went Ruby, Robbie went Ruby, Bonnie's husband went Ruby. You know what I mean? Like, things were happening. So Christy, big congratulations on going diamond. Like, I wish that we had planned a party for today because I want to cut a Texas and give you a big hug. But tell us, and she just got the $10,000 diamond rank up bonus. So tell us a bit about your last week and what you've been doing to dig deep and rally for volume with the team.
We have done a little bit of everything, to be honest. Y'all hear me?
Yep.
We have done a little bit of everything because everybody on our team is so unique. We have had to have different avenues for people to do. We've had belly to bellies, we've done expos, we've done a lot of post to post. But honestly, I can tell you that some of the best posts that have worked for us are short and sweet little posts like Does anybody want to grow out their hair? Who's looking to lose 30 pounds by July 4th? Those little posts, without going into a whole lot of detail, those have worked so good for us to rally the volume for the last minute. But I do want to give a shout out because on Friday, we needed 1,944 volume to hit it. And because our team is amazing and we have help and we reached out, we rallied all that volume in 3 days. So I was super proud of everybody for being able to do that. And just then we actually rallied about another 400 worth of volume, which was exciting.
Now, one thing I want to mention too is that you rallied last month and you were so close, but yet that rally last month set you up for this month.
Yes, it did. Last month we really rallied, and we were like 174 volume from where we needed to be, and I kept telling myself, look, it's just not our time. It's just like it wasn't our time. It didn't feel like it was supposed to be that month, but this month I have known since day one, since the first day of the month, I said I am going diamond this month. I'm doing it. So, and I actually this month I celebrated 4 years in the business.
Yay! And do you feel a difference when it's just working your business versus intentionally eyes on promotion?
Absolutely. It's so much more fun whenever you're doing it with intention instead of just doing it. It went from having people call me and saying, hey, I want to order this, and asking 10,000 questions, and me going, good grief, people, why are y'all asking so many questions too? Who has questions for me? I want to answer them so that I can inform you of what's going on. So it definitely made a huge difference.
It does. It's one thing to like post and follow up and be like, okay, cool. And it's another thing to be like, my goal is to gather 4 loyal customers with at least 90 BV today. You know, with that intention, you go after it with a different energy, and you bring those. I mean, tell us about some crazy orders that happened at the last minute, or people that have been telling you for months they're going to sign up and they finally did, or tell us a little bit about how that showed up for you.
Okay, so I want to tell y'all about this one guy that I have been talking to and y'all, I kid you not, when I tell you I've been talking to him for 3 years, I can like show you the messages that go back to 2016 that I started talking to this guy, and he always comments that he wants to join, or he always says, hey, I want to try that or something, but he never commits. And I mean, I have spent like hours talking to this dude over the course of time. And finally, I posted something about I had 2 people back out of a ThermoFit X spot. Would you like to try to take 2 pills for 90 days and lose weight? Y'all, the responses were unreal, and he was one of them. So I messaged him, and all I said was, really? Question mark, exclamation point. And he said, no, I'm really serious. And I said, I am not going to do this with you again. If you're serious, I will spend the time with you, and I will tell you about this. Tell me about it. Y'all, it still took me 2 days to get his credit card number, but I got it this morning, and we went diamond. So it was really good.
That's awesome. Cool. So for anybody out there that is rallying to get to a 400 box, which is what makes you a qualified leg to help people promote, maybe your goal is to get to 400 to 500 personal volume, or your goal is to hit Ruby, what would you say to them?
I would tell them that if you have your 3 people that you are doing business with, talk to them. Talk to those 3 people and like your top line people, and start loving on them. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what the rules are, Denise, sorry, but my husband is on my top line, and then I have another person, and then I have Bonnie underneath them. So she's on my 3rd level. But
she's on your 2nd though, because Crystal compressed out.
Right, but I treat Bonnie as if she is my top line. Like I always have, because I want to do business with her. Like I do life with him, so I would rather do business with her. And she is so much fun, and she has a totally different personality. But I would say that if you want to grow your team, then get to know your team. Find out what their wants are, because you may have people that want to work this business, but they don't really want to grow their business. And there is a complete and total difference in those 2 things. And I learned that 2 months ago. And I would just say that the best thing that happened to me was listening to the people that are on my team and start working with them for what they wanted, because that is whenever the whole switch flipped and we actually went diamond. But we're rallying for double because we can do it.
Because you don't, yes, exactly. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you, Christy, so much for sharing with us. Big congratulations. I'm really excited to hear about your jump in check. What happens when you go diamond is not only do you earn the rank up bonus, but you also unlock 2 pieces of the compensation plan. You get a 2% generational raise on your entire group volume. Plus you now earn the $80 extra leadership level bonus. So instead of getting a $100 fast start, you get $180 now as you're now diamond. And that's a powerful, powerful thing. But like she said, you don't sit back and go, I made it. You have your eyes on that next promotion, and you start next month with just as strong intention and grit and focus, because that's how you create long-term momentum in this business. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Erica, I'll have you go next, and then we'll open it up to anybody. Erica, if you want to unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yay! Okay, so Erica, you guys, she has been diamond before. She is now diamond again, but she also is raising up diamonds within her team and is working on double diamond. And so I wanted to number one, recognize her because of the momentum she's creating within her team, but also she's duplicating it, just like Christy. You know, it's you can do this business alone. You can. I mean, really, you can make $1,000 a month and just sign up customers yourself, and you can do this business alone. Sure, it's way more fun when you have people to work with that are just as excited, because I mean, you can feel our energy. Month-end promotion is crazy. So Erica is doing it with her team and creating momentum within it. So Erica, without further ado, what do you have to say about month-end and ideas for rallying for volume?
Well, definitely the first thing is that you have to, like you said, you have to decide that you are just going to do it, and you can't give up, because sometimes things look like they're not going to work, but then all of a sudden they do. And if you just give up, then they definitely won't work. And that's something that I had a conversation with somebody who's super close. She's super close to diamond right now, like literally a couple hundred. And I'm like, you did not come this far to just come this far. You're going to do it, and you're going to figure out a way how. Call everybody. I even said, I'm sure you have not called every single person on your phone. Just do it. Who cares if they say no? Just at least you get it out of the way, right? So that's the very first thing. But definitely what Christy said, you have to be in contact with them. You have to see what they want, because if you're trying to do it alone, it's going to be so not fun and hard. So, but yeah, what works for us is I basically have like 2 different teams. I have a team that works social media, and I have a completely different team that works person to person. And they, got out there. They were talking to anybody and everybody who would listen. And, when it's the same thing almost as a party, when they can feel your excitement, they go for it. So that's how that part of my team, they do it. They sell a lot like that. They just put whatever fear they have, they put the embarrassment of talking to strangers aside. And usually, they start conversations naturally. So that's how they do it. And on social media, definitely following up with people. I know at the beginning when I first started, I wasn't the most organized. So I would feel like some potentials would fall through the cracks. But writing them down and following up with them, and sometimes all of a sudden they're ready, and you have to just get out there and do it, right? But that's what's been working. Stories are really good. Before and afters convince people. Even people who were doubtful now have been contacting, and they're like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. I see the pictures. So stories are really good for the social media aspect of it.
I love that, because you really can do this face-to-face, belly-to-belly, with parties, with expos, with, getting around town, working with salons, chiropractors, but then you also can do this business on social media. And honestly, you can do both. You can meet people in real life and follow up with them on social media and really marry the two. I know you've been doing intentional parties with your people, Erica. What is your team's schedule look like for parties?
We've been scheduling like one every other week. And if we see that a lot of people are interested, we will do one a week. And it's kind of like an area party. It's not like for one specific team, person or group. It's like, okay, we're going to hold it here. Anybody who's interested, it's going to be here at this time, and we're there. And they got big enough to where I needed to get a little projector so I could put it like on the wall, because they couldn't hear me and they couldn't like see the photos, and they want to see and they want to hear it. And so yeah, that's what we're working on. We do once a month in the Bay Area, because that is like a
I just lost her. I don't know why. There she is.
every week.
We lost you for a minute, but I think we get it.
Oops, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. But she lives in California, and so the Bay Area, they just do regional parties. Can you hear me now? Oh, weird.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what happened. We lost you too for a minute, but you're back.
Mom,
Okay.
you can't, because you gave Elizabeth
Okay,
Pepsi.
see the kids. I hid outside and they still found me. Okay.
No worries. You're good.
Okay, I will be in there to solve your emergency in a minute. Go.
Mom, just do it now.
Split it. That's all you can do. You hear him? Okay. So anyways, what I was saying is that, I don't know where I left off, but we've gotten, in the rhythm to where the Bay Area team, they still do it even if I'm not there. They do it once a week. And then I make sure to go to the Bay Area at least once a month so that I can be present, and anybody who wants that extra help, like their distributors. And here in Sacramento, we do it at least every other week, and sometimes once a week if we see that there's a lot of interest and people are willing to come. So sometimes there's a lot of people, and sometimes there's just like a couple, and that's okay. We do it anyways, and we get volume from there. We get distributors.
And I think what's cool is having it consistent gives your distributors and your team, when they're out blitzing or they're at an expo or they're following up, they can say, oh my gosh, we have a party here next Thursday. Like, they always know when it is. So that way they always can invite the people they're connected to.
Yeah, and that's why they like it, because they are in the habit of, they can talk to them and like offer it, and then they want to try it. So they're like, okay, we're having a get together this day, come on by. And they absolutely use it, like you said.
Cool. So that's another idea, you guys, is having consistent parties, either at your house, a local Panera. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but consistency is key, because then, like with our virtual parties and the host-to-post things that we're doing, you can say, oh my gosh, well, we've got a party. You want to learn more? I find when I'm doing social media work and following up, people are always like, well, let me ask my husband, or let me ask questions, or let me do some research. And you're like, oh, well, let me tell you all about it. We're having a party on Thursday. You know what I mean? And so you always know when it is, and you can always then invite people.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything else you'd say go ahead?
I was going to say, and it is, I know a lot of people get started and they're like, okay, I'm going to start today. I want to see results tomorrow. But it is a lot of compacting, you have to kind of just get started so that you will eventually start to see the reaping of it, the rewards. Because if you never get started, you're never going to see rewards. And I know that's tough for a lot of people, because they get started one day, and if they don't see rewards right away, they get discouraged or whatever, And you kind of have to push past that, because eventually it does all start to come together.
It does. Especially when you have a Spanish team and we're opening up in Mexico in June. We got a Mexico email and a Philippines email. We're opening in 2 more countries in the next 2 months, you guys. So lots of exciting things happening. All right. Well, congratulations to Erica and your team. And last but not least, I have Cheyenne ready to go if you want to unmute.
Hello.
Yay! Okay, well, I wanted to ask you to be on because you, my friend, are the definition of grit because you have had roadblocks pop up at you, but yet you've learned the skills. In fact, you guys, she was one of the early readers for Design Your Dream Life, which is my new book coming out next week. And I've seen you use the skills that we talked about and we learned, and I love it. So tell us a bit about what you did to finish this month strong.
So it all has to start with a decision. And I don't know how deep you want me to go with that, but it has to start with the decision. You have to decide that you're going to do it. And then even when you get scared, because I was the queen of fear, every month for the past 2 years, we would get really, really close and I'd dig my feet in the ground and I'd be like, nope, not doing it. I can't do it. So you have to decide.
Self-sabotage.
Oh, I was the queen of self-sabotage. The queen. Like, you want to give someone the VIP title of that, hand it over.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
No. So, but you have to decide. And when it gets scary, what I had to do this month is every time I got scared and every time I doubted whether we could do it, I worked harder. So instead of taking a break and pulling myself back and trying to talk myself into doing it, I just did it. You have to commit, decide, and not stop and just go harder.
So when you say you did it, what did you do?
We got Diamond back. So February 2016, and I might cry. February 2016, we hit Diamond for the first time, and then we lost it in March of 2016. And then I let the excuse of life happen come in, and it was scary. And so instead of being determined to get it back, I was afraid of it. And I still to this day don't know what I was afraid of. I just know I was afraid. And we would get close and we would stop. And we would get close and we would stop. We would get close and I'd be like, Denise, I don't know what's wrong with me. And she'd be like, just do it. Just do it. And so I kept saying, all right, we're going to do it this month. We're going to do it this month. We're going to do it this month. And then we'd hit that 1,000 mark and I'd be like, all right, I'm taking this week off.
Meaning
Bye.
she had 1,000 left to go to hit her goal. And then she'd
It's been that way for about a year.
And so then it's interesting because when you've got 1,000 left to hit your goal, it's absolute. You can do that in a day, but there's a part of it that feels like, I'm scared. That's a little bit too much. Can I really do it? I don't know. But it's really 10 customers throughout the team, right? It's really doable, but because it's kind of a bigger number, it's easy to let it feel farther than it is.
The number, are you kidding me? The number was 277 last night, and I was sitting at the kitchen table crying, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. And my husband came out, and he's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, we're not going to do it. We're just not going to do it this month. And he looked at me, and he's just like, no, stop it. Stop it. Go do it. He's like, you've done it in a day. And what I am going to say, which is totally different, is hitting Diamond the first time to hitting Diamond this time were two totally different feelings. And so the first time we did a lot of it on our own. And this time we had girls running right beside us. And it is way more fun and way more exciting when you have girls going with you. And so being able to, once it was done, message in my leaders chat and be like, guys, we're a Diamond team again. And they're just like, you did it. And I'm like, no. It wasn't me. We did it. We did it. And now everybody's like, all right, we're going double next month. And I'm just like, let's go. But it is deciding. It's really deciding and not stopping. And when you get scared, do more.
So you told me earlier that you were a messaging queen this month. How many messages did you work to do per day?
As of Thursday, because this is literally what I mean by self-sabotage, it wasn't until Thursday night that I decided that we were doing it. And we were 1,300 away. And so Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and last night, I sent no less than 500 messages a night because, like I said, I would get scared and I went and did more. like if fear crept in, I was putting in more action because I was making more conversations happen. And because you're having those conversations, you're getting excited. And so you have to stay excited.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh. So here's the deal, you guys. When you work your business, you get more energy. You get more energy and that refuels you. So good question. Toddy's asking, what did you send?
Hold on. I'll send them to the chat.
Okay, cool. Yeah, momentum is an emotional thing. It's emotional energy. Okay, she just posted in the chat. Hey girl, I hope I'm not bothering you, but I love your profile. I was curious. Oh, okay. Okay. So are these friends or people from groups, or how do you know them?
So how it goes with me with messaging is if you're on my friends list or you're on my Instagram followers, you have to be following me so you can see my posts. To me, that's no longer a cold message. You're seeing my stuff, you're interested, you're liking my things, so I'm going to message you. So that first message I sent is, that's the one I send initially. Like I'll just go through and I'll start sending it out. And then what happens is over time, because I've been messaging to build my business for a while now. So eventually you're going to start running into your messaging the same people. So what would happen is instead of sending that message again, I was clicking on, like holding down the little message on Instagram and clicking unsend and sending that next message out. And then if there was like a feed of conversation, like we got to prices and they started ignoring me, that second message was going out. So like I didn't care. I messaged people on April 12th of this month and they got messaged again just in the past couple days, even if they told me no on April 12th, because I was like, I literally looked at someone on my team and I was like, she's like, are we really going to get my promotion done? Because she was going for Ruby. And I was like, girlfriend, I will go live on Facebook and tell people if they don't order, I'll cut my leg off. We're getting this done. And she was just like, okay, I get you. We're going.
Yeah. That's the cool thing is when you've got people on your team, I'm like, I want them to feel successful. I want them to promote. I want them to make money. We want our team to be successful. And so we're staying up late and you're making things happen and you're digging down deep to pave the way for them. So one question is your profile private, or you just mean if you're friends, you're friends?
My Facebook, so here's kind of how month end looks for me the past 2 months, because last month we promoted our second account. This month we got Diamondback. Come the end of the month, I have no posting rule. So that means if it takes throwing up 20 product posts in a day, I will throw up 20 product posts in a day. So tonight before I go to bed, and all of those posts are public. So tonight before I go to bed, all those posts will get deleted because I have to clean up my page now. On Instagram, I'm private because I notice that I get more people to follow me back that way. And on Facebook, I do post publicly.
But she just means that if you're a friend of hers on Facebook or following or whatever, then she'll absolutely send those messages because you're interested in what she's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're hanging out on my Facebook or my Instagram, you have some interest in what I'm doing. And I have had people who I message, and some people are rude and it's fine. They're just having a bad day. It's not your fault. But I have had people message me and they're like, I've been interested in the coffee. I've just been afraid to reach out to you. Mm-hmm. Or I've been interested in joining your team. I've just been afraid to reach out. So you're helping them kick fear in the face by you reaching out to them first.
Yeah, you're making it easy for them to say yes, absolutely. Yeah. And you guys, I want you to notice when you self-sabotage, really self-sabotage. I'm going through it myself. And so I know what this is feeling like, at least for me. It's when you want to shrink back. Like self-sabotage is when you want to shrink back and you want to stay comfortable. And instead of really stepping up and stepping in and being loud, like sometimes being loud can be scary. Sometimes really saying our goals out loud and being like, all right, this is happening, woohoo! Like that can feel vulnerable. And so the opposite of that is to shrink back. And so Brené Brown has a Netflix series thing that I haven't watched actually, but I've been referred to it several times and Brandon watched it. So it's on my list. And what I love about her is she's all about courage. That one step of insane courage. Because when you You know, through that fear, you step out, you own what you want, you're loud about it, you show up, you're in the ring, you're playing the game, you're not on the sidelines, you're actually in it. Brene Brown, and her thing is all about vulnerability and stepping into courage and all of that, and it's so good. But she has a new Netflix documentary thing that's out, that just came out this month. And I think that's what the opposite of self-sabotage, which is like shrinking back, is insane courage. And having that insane courage, even for just a split second, will flip that switch and get you back on the road again. So Cheyenne, do you have anything else you want to add for anybody who is looking to end the month strong?
Go live before you have a heart attack. This was the first month I went live. Like I was not going live. So like, don't think about what you're going to say. Like, just go hit that live button and then start talking. Like, I made my keto coffee and I talked about what the coffee did. And I talked about the girl that was going Ruby and what it was going to do for her. And like, I will be honest, no one from my lives ordered. But it was every time I stepped outside of my comfort zone over the past 5 days that big orders came through. It got to the point in my follow-ups that I was like, oh, you're ignoring me? Hold on, I'm going to call you. Because you were blocking me, you were ordering, or you were going to give me a date on when you were going to order, because like it was happening. So do the thing that scares you, and I guarantee you're going to see a reward come from it.
So someone asked if you do host-a-posts.
I do host a post occasionally. So I'm like ADHD, OCD, throw them all together, big old mess. So I will like host a post and then I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to check this post. And then I'll be like messaging and be like, oh, I got to go back to host a post. So, I mean, come these last 5 days, we were host a posting. We were calling people. We were following up like crazy. We were messaging. We were doing all the things, like whatever it took. And so, I have gotten a lot of customers from host to post. It just depends on the month, I guess. Like I didn't go hard with it this month, but when I did really be super intentional about host to post, I was getting a lot of results with it. I think that it really just comes down to is whatever you're being super, super intentional about and putting massive action with, you're going to see results with.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much. And congratulations on getting your diamond back and growing your leaders and doing it together. And Allison, I know you promoted. Super excited for all of you. So if there's anybody else that would love to share something you're doing month end to rally for volume, then I would love to hear it. Feel free to unmute. No rules. You can unmute, or you can put in the chats if you want, and I can like unmute you.
Okay, I guess I'll chat.
Yay, Rachel!
I'm in the car right now. My sister and daughter are going to be jumping in. We came and had dinner with my mom, and everyone's yelling at me because I'm in my phone. Like, I think I have about 60 host posts out, like, just from today. Me and Nicole sat on a Zoom together for about 5 hours last night, just together, kind of throwing ideas off of each other, messaging, just kind of holding each other accountable, and that helps a lot.
Good job.
And yeah, just having accountability partner. Like Nicole, like just having someone to talk to every day and say, okay, this is what we got to do. This is the goal we need to reach. And we're pushing super hard for her to reach diamond tonight and be emerald. But yeah, just lots of host posts, messaging all my loyal customers, letting them know that about some of the new products, and that if they could place an order or needed to restock up on anything, or even just hosting a post for me would be a huge help. Just networking, making sure my stories are full, make sure I'm posting a couple times a day, and talking to as many people as possible.
So how much volume do you have to go emerald?
Like $900.
Okay. And what does Nicole need to go diamond?
She was at, I was at, what are we? She's at like 350 more than me, and she just put in 8 LCs today. I put in 2. I'm working on a couple people right now. So when I get home in about 45 minutes here, we're going to sit down and do numbers. So, I mean, we're really not that far compared to everything that we have done. I mean, it still seems like a lot, but I'm like, this can so happen.
Yes, it really can. It really can, especially when you've experienced the fact that you can sign up 4 or 5 customers in one day and change the name of the game.
Right.
Like all of a sudden, you know what I mean? So
yeah, well, us marketing so much last night too is like she woke up to like 5 loyal customers because she's been doing it a little longer, and she has so many, and she just keeps inspiring me like, holy cow, if you keep messaging. And I finally just had a customer that's been my customer since the beginning for like 3 years now, just became my distributor because she did a host to post and her whole family signed up. She's like, oh my God, and this whole time I was afraid to even try. I'm like, girl, I've been telling you.
Yes, your host to post can upgrade, and then the customers can be theirs. And then you get a fast start out of it too.
Yep.
Win, win, win.
Right?
So good. So good. So if you feel yourself shrinking back, you guys, this is a time for insane courage to dig deep and go for it. And like Cheyenne said, go even further. And I love that Rachel and Nicole are just like working together, just on a Zoom, just working together, just like this, where you're just doing the work. And often I say, we don't need more training. We just need to do it. We just need to work together. And that's what the power hours are for. So totally do that with your team as well. Jump on a Zoom and work together, and it's just like collaborate with that energy. Christy, did you want to add something?
I do. I'm sorry. I will say that sometimes you do need to add a little bit of like volume, like you need to like pay for some volume. And so what I have found is that I will get on and I will message people and ask them if they want a one-time loyal customer pricing. And I will ask them what their order is. And then I take all these orders from everybody and then I place an order so that I can move the volume to where I need it to go. So that is another way that helped boost some volume, was that instead of coming out of my pocket doing all of that, I was able to rally some volume that way, and then I could place it in the team where I needed it to be, but I wasn't out of pocket the money. They just bought it at the loyal customer price, which was my price, and then I charged them the tax and shipping as well. So everybody paid.
Did it get sent to? Did you send it to them personally, or did you send it through eSuite to them?
No, I'll send it to, well, most of them are local, so I can drop off to them. And actually, a lot of them are coming to my house to pick it up, because that was another stipulation. It was like, if you're local and this is what you want to do, then here, I'll order it. You can come pick it up for me, because I'm not a taxi or an Uber, but I will take your money and I will order your stuff for you one time so you have commitment issues. So I do that.
So this is a one-time loyal customer order without the commitment. Now, what I want to say about this is we've absolutely done this before. You don't really want to post it on Facebook. It's really a message offer to people that you've been working with, or friends or family, because it's not really compliant. But at the end of the day, if you can get $200 to $300 worth of these orders, that then you can just place it yourself. And then move it where you need to be, and then, sell it. That's awesome. Yeah. So Sam is asking, did you get the money up front? Like, did they Facebook it to you or Venmo you immediately?
Yes, immediately. So when they place their order, they either Venmo me or that Cash App thing that I had to download, because I had 5 people ask me if they wanted me to do that. Yeah. So yes, I get their money and then I place the order. And sometimes I have to break up the order based on where I want it to go. Yeah.
So just so you guys know, you can move 1,000 BV per spot. So for example, like I'm a distributor and Brandon's a distributor. Per distributor spot, you can move 1,000 BV and split it 5 ways. So you can move 5 orders a month and place it in your organization where it makes sense. So that is an option. And then getting people to do loyal customer pricing with no commitment is a way that you can kind of sell that inventory before, and not have like a room full. Cool. Good idea. Thank you, Christy. Someone is asking, she's pretty sure that scared a guy by asking for his information. Any advice on how to bounce back from that? So what do you guys do when you ask for somebody's information or details and then they ghost you? Sure, it's not happened to anyone else.
Call him.
Ooh, okay. Tell me more.
If he's afraid, he's probably afraid because you guys are most likely just messaging back and forth. So if you pick up that phone and you call him, he hears your voice and sees that you're a real person, and then you can just keep it super, super simple and be like, hey, I'm putting in orders right now. Do you have a couple minutes? We can do it on the phone, and then you don't have to text me your information. Because I think people's fear only comes down to texting the information.
Yes.
So call him. And then at the same time, you throw them off guard by calling them. It worked really well this month.
It does. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. People just don't want to give you the information. So the other thing that you could do, Alexis mentioned, is the voice, or you could voice note it, yes, but also the pre-filled cart, which has been super cool. I've been using this a ton. In the Connect app, it says shopping list, and you can create a list. So basically create your cart. These are just some ones I've been using a lot. So keto coffee and greens. And then you create whatever products they want. And then you can, if it doesn't work, this is what I've learned. If it doesn't work, you just need a new. What happens is so that way you can get it on Facebook. They switch the URLs around. And so if it doesn't work, then you need to do that. But you can use the shopping lists to send them a pre-filled link, and then they fill that out. Because I do think that sometimes it's just the fear of giving someone their information over Facebook. I think they just put the top favorite ones in the shopping list, but I can ask Brandon. I don't think that all the products are on there because they didn't want it to load slowly, so they put the top sellers. But that's the second time I've gotten that question today, so I can ask. So, cool. All right, any other ideas for ending month end strong? Oh no, we totally did just answer your question. I'm not sure who that is, but we did. We totally just answered it. We were just saying, oh, it's Alicia. Alicia. Hi, Alicia. We were just saying to call them because their fear is often not wanting to give you information over the phone. So call them, voice note them, or send them the pre-cart link, because then, a lot of times it's just they don't want to give you their details. And they need to know you're a real person and not that's the thing is what I've learned too is a lot of times people's fear is like they're going to get scammed. And so we can combat that by offering that assurance all the time. Like, oh my gosh, you're going to love it. If you have any questions, contact me. I'm so excited for you. Everything's in your control. So the pre-filled shopping cart link is in your Connect app, and it's under shopping list. Oops, yeah, it's under shopping list here in your Connect app, and you can get a link that you then send people, and it has their. And another thing that you can do is say that the link is gonna expire in 24 hours, and that creates some urgency too. Cool. All right. Who else is promoting or has another idea? I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And then you press send and you get a link. And this is the link that you can copy and paste and text it to them. You can put it in Facebook. The goal is that it's going to work in Facebook because they keep altering the link so that way it's not getting blocked. If it does get blocked, then you can have them, you can either text it to them or you can do a secret message to them. And a secret message is just an option. I'm looking to see if it's blocked. Yeah, it's blocked for me right now. So in a secret message is just, it's just an option when you're messaging somebody. You can like do it secretly. Yeah. So what I would do is text it to them, or you can do a secret message. And let me see if I can easily find a secret message. Okay, so this is a girl who signed up as a customer and is going to sign up as a distributor. And so I press I here, and you can see secret conversation. It goes in, it sends in a secret conversation. I feel like, who the heck needs secret conversations? That's weird, but it works for us, so. Cool. Yeah, Christy says she gets everyone off of Messenger into text as fast as possible. Yes. Yeah, you know what? That's the reality is that some people that aren't working a business from Facebook aren't on Facebook all day long like we can be. And so getting them off of Facebook and onto a text will give you much easier communication, most likely. Yep, that's good. Cool. All right, you guys. Well, we are going to end month end strong. And one thing that I love about month end is that whether you're promoting or not, you know exactly what you need for next month. So do your chart, write down your goals for the month of May. If you're brand new with us, your goal is to gather 4 customers and 3 distributors each and every month. And your goal is to get over 400 or 500 in personal volume. And make that your goal. Maybe say, all right, my goal is to get at least 1 or 2 customers a week. Decide now what your goal is for next month and tell your team. Be loud about it with your team because we can hold you accountable and have fun along the way. Hope is asking, what if they won't give you your phone number? Yeah, you can Facebook call them. And honestly, because of the rapport you're building, you make it so nonchalant. Like, oh my gosh, let me text you the link. What's your phone number? I'll text you your prepaid card. What's your phone number? You know, you make it so no big deal and you're already chatting with them, and then you can voice message. You can do a lot of other options. You can secret message them. Lots of options. No big deal. Good message. See, Cheyenne, let's do it. I'd love to help you. What's your number? I'll send you all the details. It's so much easier than DM. Mine is. Yeah, perfect. See? Make it easy because you're now friends. Any good customer or distributor will end up being your friend. So start being their friend now. Yeah. Good job, you guys. Awesome. Jessica, you got this. I'm so excited for you guys. Congratulations to everybody who's promoting. Volume is crazy. Promotions are happening everywhere. You guys are, you're focused. Your heart is in it. I can feel your energy and your excitement, and so can your team. So keep up the amazing work. And yeah, next week I'll actually be out of town. So I will not be on the call next week, but another amazing VIP leader will be. And we'll be here same time, same place. So talk to you guys soon. Bye.